faithfully conveying value and interpreting great books from around the world.
Hello, this is Sally Talks Books. Today we're exploring The Lotus Lamp and Poetic Dreams, Lin Huiyin. What comes to mind when you hear this name? One, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments.
Many picture her as that extraordinary talented woman, blessed with both beauty and intellect.
Her complicated relationship with Xu Jimo, her mutually fulfilling marriage with Liang Sicheng, and that very public literary feud with fellow literary talent Bing Xin, not to mention her dedication to preserving ancient Chinese architecture and her contributions to designing China's national emblem and the monument to the people's heroes. The Lin Huiyin's life lasted just over 50 years. It was remarkably rich and vibrant, leaving endless room for discussion and imagination. The 2000 TV series April Rhapsody, starring Zhou Shun as Lin Huiyin and Huan Lei as Xu Zimo, dramatized their romance and sparked a whole Lin Huiyin craze. Over 20 years, more than 10 biographies have emerged, with gossip spreading like wildfire online. Yet popular accounts overflow with rumors and distortions, creating a huge gap between her public image and reality. This prompted biographer Chen Shuiyong, a literature professor at Nantong University, to commit to writing her true story. Starting in 1990, he spent 18 years gathering materials and verifying facts before publishing the first edition. After multiple revisions, today's book, The Lotus Lamp and Poetic Dreams, is now in its third edition. It stands as the most thorough and balanced biography of Lin Huiyin to date. I'll unfold her story gradually across two parts. The brief yet brilliant journey of Lin Huiyin's life. Today's first part covers 1. A fortunate childhood, the extraordinary gifted girl. 2. The love puzzle, who truly captured Lin Huiyin's heart. 3. Her many roles, housewife, poet, and salon host. Let's begin with part 1. 2. The emotional enigma. Who did Lin Huiyin truly love? 3. Her multiple identities, homemaker, poet, and salon hostess. Okay, let's dive into the first section. Her fortunate childhood and extraordinary giftedness. Lin Huiyin's ancestral home was Fuzhou, from a family steeped in literary tradition. Her grandfather, Lin Shaoxun, earned the Jinshi degree during Emperor Guangxu's reign. After serving as an upright official, he was posted to Zhejiang as county magistrate in places like Jinhua and Hanging, eventually becoming Hangzhou's prefect. Her father, Lin Changmin, held the Shuchai degree. A talented man, he co-edited the Yilin magazine with scholar Lin Shu, translating and introducing foreign literature. In the 30th year of Guangxu's reign, that is, 1904, on June 10th, Lin Huiyin was born in Luguan Alley, Hangzhou, as Lin Changmin's first daughter. Her original name used the character from music, Un, from the Book of Songs, music. Dasi succeeded to the fine reputation, then bore many sons, praising King Wen of Zhou's virtuous wife who bore numerous sons. To put it bluntly, the name Huiyin was like Jiaowadi, reflecting elders' hopes for more sons. After becoming famous, Lin discovered a male writer in Shanghai named Lin Huiyin. To avoid confusion, she changed her name from the music character to the because character. She used this version thereafter, and it's the name carved on her tombstone. During Lin Huiyin's childhood, two people played irreplaceable roles. One was her aunt, Lin Zimin. When Lin Huiyin was 2, her father went to study in Japan. Since her mother was illiterate, her early education fell to this aunt. She treated Lin Huiyin like her own daughter, providing meticulous care and rigorous academic guidance. Under her tutelage, Lin Huiyin learned reading and writing, and by age 6 could write family letters, delighting her father Lin Changmin. Naturally, Lin Changmin was the other profoundly influential figure in Lin Huiyin's life. As mentioned earlier, Lin Changmin was highly cultured. Lin Huiyin's literary talents stemmed from him. He later studied politics and law at Waseda University in Japan, then promoted legal reform and revolutionary ideals upon returning. After the Republic's founding, he helped draft the Provisional Constitution, served as Secretary General of the Provisional Senate. In 1917, he became Minister of Justice, but resigned after 3 months for refusing bribes, later joining the Diplomatic Committee. In January 1919, Western powers held the Paris Peace Conference to divide WWN spoils. China, as a victorious nation, sent a delegation, including thinker-statesman Liang Kuchao as advisor. On April 30th, Liang Chao telegraphed Lin Chengmin, revealing the powers planned to transfer Germany's Shandong concessions to Japan. Lin Chengmin immediately wrote an article. His diplomatic alert, warning to the nation, published in Morning Post, exclaimed, "Jiaozhou is lost. Shandong is lost. Our nation perishes." He called on 400 million compatriots to awaken and resist together. 2 days later, the May 4th movement erupted. It's generally believed Lin Chengmin's article was the catalyst. Her father's teachings and example cultivated Lin Huiyin's integrity and patriotism, qualities that defined her entire life. Lin Chengmin also recognized his daughter's exceptional qualities very early on. When Lin Chengmin was in Beijing, Lin Huiyin stayed by his side and enrolled at Peihua Girls' School. Founded by British missionaries, Peihua Girls' School used English instruction, had strong faculty, and a rigorous academic atmosphere. Lin Huiyin thrived there and showcased her talents in arts and literature. She often took out her family's collection of paintings and calligraphy for appreciation, categorizing and cataloging them meticulously. Deeply interested in literature, she not only read but also translated works. Wilde's fairy tale The Nightingale and the Rose was published in the Morning Post supplement, whose cover she personally designed. No. Lin Chengmin realized that this daughter was quite talented and deserved special attention. In spring 1920, Lin Chengmin was dispatched by the government to study political systems in England. He specifically brought Lin Huiyin along, advising, "This journey is to broaden your horizons, expand your perspectives, and enable you to contribute to society in the future. You must apply yourself diligently." At a time when the vast majority of women were illiterate, Lin Huiyin was undoubtedly fortunate then. During her 2 years in London, Lin Huiyin experienced modern civilization while consciously broadening her outlook and elevating her level. In this process, Lin Chengmin's social circle played a significant role. As a socialite, Lin Chengmin mingled with elites like British literary giants Hardy and Mansfield, critic Forster, and overseas Chinese scholars, such as political scientist Zhang Zhongmai and jurist Wu Jingshang, who were frequent guests. When conversing with guests, Lin Chengmin always brought Lin Huiyin along to cultivate her social skills. "It's the kingdom." Lin Huiyin often said things that impressed adults. Gradually, her reputation as a talented and beautiful young lady spread, attracting numerous admirers, with Xu Zhimo being the most prominent. For a long time, Lin Huiyin and Xu Zhimo's romantic entanglements have been widely discussed. In recent years, fueled by TV dramas and popular works, many sensationalized stories have emerged. Additionally, Lin Huiyin had another famous suitor, logician Jin Yuelin. Their story is also quite legendary, becoming increasingly exaggerated over time. The truth has instead become increasingly blurred. So, in the second part, the emotional puzzle, who did Lin Huiyin truly love? I'll reveal her emotional world based on the author's research findings. First, about Xu Zhimo, I'll present the conclusion up front regarding this relationship. Xu Zhimo pursued relentlessly, but Lin Huiyin firmly rejected him. A native of Haining, Zhejiang, he had studied economics at Columbia University in the U.S. before transferring to Cambridge University in England in 1921. During this time, he befriended Lin Chengmin and naturally noticed Lin Huiyin. Xu Zhimo was captivated by her beauty and intelligence, immediately launching his romantic pursuit. His pursuit was intensely passionate. He wrote letters to Lin Huiyin, pouring out his heart. The letters multiplied, Emotions deepened, his visits to the Lin home increased, and this romance ignited his poetic passion. Xu began reading and writing poetry. Ultimately, he abandoned his economics ambitions to become a poet. In this sense, Lin Huiyin sparked Xu Zhimo's romantic spirit and literary talent, though his passion wasn't reciprocated equally. On the contrary, Lin Huiyin avoided him at every turn. She enlisted her father to intervene and persuade Xu to stop. Later, Lin Changmin simply took his daughter back to China, while Xu abandoned his studies to chase them to Beijing. In April 1924, when Indian literary giant Tagore visited China, Xu and Lin accompanied him and performed in his play, Chitra. Xu Zhimo seized the chance to confess again. Lin Huiyin was unequivocal. Friendship was possible, romance was not. Why wasn't Lin Huiyin interested in Xu Zhimo? First, when they met, Xu was 23 and Lin was 16, a 7-year gap. Lin addressed Xu as uncle, indicating respect outweighed admiration. Moreover, Xu was married. Lin refused to break up a family, so even if she felt any fondness, she restrained it from becoming love. Yet Xu recklessly pressured his postpartum wife Zhang Yui into divorce, horrifying Lin. If you'd abandon your wife for me today, what would stop you from doing the same to me tomorrow? Lin Changmin also opposed the relationship because he was friends with Zhang Junmai, Zhang Yui's brother, and a political scholar, both personally and politically. The idea of his daughter disrupting his friend's sister's marriage was deeply embarrassing. In short, Lin Huiyin couldn't accept Xu Zhimo. Yet, some insist she secretly loved him and wrote him love letters and poems. For decades, such claims persisted, believed by many for various reasons. One reason, most letters Lin wrote to Xu weren't preserved, fueling speculation about their contents. Fortunately, Xu Zhimo's wife Lu Shaman read these letters and recorded her feelings in her diary. Lu Xiaoman believed that Xu Zhimo faced cold rejection from Lin Huiyin, his pursuit hopeless, proving Lin's firm attitude. Xu Zhimo was wishful thinking, yet they maintained a relationship hard for ordinary people to understand. When a man's pursuit of a woman fails, the usual outcome is a clean break, and the woman avoids suspicion. Yet Lin Huiyin and Xu Zhimo remained closely connected even after each married. In spring 1931, Lin Huiyin went to Shangshan, Beiping, for recuperation. Friends visited often, with Xu Zhimo being the most attentive, undeterred by weather. That November, Xu Zhimo died in a plane crash. Lin Huiyin was grief-stricken and personally presided over the funeral. She even hung a piece of the plane wreckage in her bedroom as a memorial. Can we conclude that Lin Huiyin loved Xu Zhimo based on this? Probably not. Human interactions have many dimensions. It's not just about romance. For intellectually gifted and spiritually profound individuals like Lin Huiyin and Xu Zhimo, this is especially true. Literature, drama, music, architecture, and various experiences were topics they loved to discuss. Xu Zhimo was also an inspirer and mentor on Lin Huiyin's creative path. Her earliest works were published in magazines like the Crescent Moon Poetry Journal, edited by Xu Zima. Moreover, it's undeniable that Xu Zhimo had his own charm. Wuxi Wen Yudo Liang Sicheng all said Xu Zhimo was sincere, passionate, considerate, humorous, with a childlike innocence. Friends all adored him. Lin Huiyin also admired Xu Zhimo's talent and personality and was willing to maintain the friendship. Moreover, although Xu Zhimo's pursuit was fervent, he never crossed boundaries. As long as Lin Huiyin maintained proper boundaries, it was fine. Given Lin Huiyin's personality, if she truly loved Xu Zhimo, she wouldn't have hidden it, evident from how she handled her relationship with Jin Yuelin. Jin Yuelin, from Changsha, Hunan, a logician. His connection with Lin Huiyin was quite accidental. In autumn 1931, Jin Yuelin moved and happened to live next to Lin Huiyin. Both were cultured, and Lin was hospitable. Over time, Jin Yuelin developed feelings. However, unlike the passionate Xu Zhimo, Jin Yuelin, as a logician, loved rationally and profoundly. One day, Jin Yuelin confessed to Lin Huiyin. She had some affection for him too, but she was married with children. What to do? She told her husband Liang Sicheng everything, candidly admitting she was in love with two people and couldn't decide. Um, Liang Sicheng stayed awake all night. The next day, he solemnly declared, "You are free. If you choose Jin Yuelin, I sincerely wish you both happiness." When Jin Yuelin learned this, he responded, "Sicheng truly loves you. I cannot hurt someone who genuinely loves you." He rationally chose to step aside. For the rest of his life, Jin Yuelin expressed his deep love through quiet devotion. For over 20 years, except during wartime, he lived next door to Lin Huiyin. When Lin and Liang argued, they'd seek Jin's mediation. When Liang traveled, Jin cared for Lin. He bonded with their children, who called him Uncle Jin. Jin Yuelin never married. In his later years, Lin Huiyin's eldest son, Liang Kangji, moved in to care for him. Clearly, Lin Huiyin handled emotions with transparency. Secrecy wasn't her style. Thus, what she shared with Xu Zhimo wasn't love. Liang Sicheng was her true love. Liang Sicheng, second son of Liang Chao, 3 years older than Ling Huiyin. Their families were longtime friends. Liang Chao had long desired this union, and Lin Changmin agreed. Arranged marriages were common in Republican China, but both fathers, influenced by new ideas, considered this wrong. Their approach: let the children interact first. Marriage depended entirely on their choice.
In November 1921, Lin Huiyin returned to China. They courted until marrying in March 1928, a 6-year, 4-month relationship that was a true marathon romance.
During this time, two events profoundly shaped their careers and life paths. First, establishing shared aspirations. Liang graduated from Tsinghua Academy, predecessor of Tsinghua University, a prep school where all students studied in America. Liang excelled academically, but struggled to choose a major until Lin Huiyin guided him. During her 2 years abroad, traveling Europe with her father, Lin developed a passion for architecture. Seeing advanced Western architecture theories and historical studies, she proposed they study architecture in America. Liang agreed. In 1924, they enrolled at Penn-Lincoln in fine arts, Liang in architecture. Why did Lin Huiyin study fine arts? Because Penn's architecture program didn't admit women. She majored in fine arts while auditing architecture classes, which ultimately benefited her. Later, Lin Huiyin achieved notable success in art and design, building her foundation during this period. Now, the second event, a family tragedy. In November 1925, Lin Changmin was killed after being caught in warlord infighting. When the news reached her, Lin Huiyin was utterly heartbroken. Travel between China and America then was only possible by ship, taking over a month one way, making returning for the funeral impractical. What worried Lin Huiyin even more was that her father left behind several minor children. Who would care for them? At this critical moment, Liang Qichao presided over Lin Changmin's funeral and raised condolence funds. He also voluntarily covered Lin Huiyin's tuition, allowing her to study without worry. Liang Sicheng stayed by her side throughout, bringing Lin Huiyin great comfort and deepening their relationship. Later, the Liang family also faced misfortune. Liang Qichao developed kidney disease requiring surgery, but an incompetent doctor removed the healthy kidney. At this time, Lin Huiyin and Liang Sicheng were on a graduation trip in Europe. Concerned about Liang Chao's health, they returned early. In early 1929, Liang Chao passed away. Their elder's death meant Lin and Liang were now fully independent from their birth families. From then on, they had to walk their own path. Their lives entered a new phase. My narrative now moves to the third part. Multiple roles. Lin Huiyin as homemaker, poet, and salon hostess, alongside Liang Sicheng. Their first job after returning was teaching at Northeastern University in Shenyang, founded by John Shuiliang.
to build it into a top institution. Zhang Suiliang aggressively recruited talent. Spotting Lin and Liang before graduation, he eagerly invited them with a monthly salary of 265 silver dollars, top professor level.
The couple gladly accepted. They stayed over a year, establishing the architecture department from scratch, China's first university architecture program. In the early days, faculty consisted solely of Lin Huiyin and Liang Sicheng, jokingly called a husband-wife shop. As Japan's aggression intensified and the Northeast situation worsened, plus Lin contracting tuberculosis and struggling with the cold climate, she returned to Beiping to recuperate. Liang Sicheng resigned soon after. He joined the Society for the Study of Chinese Architecture, dedicated to researching and preserving traditional Chinese architecture. After the September 18th incident, Japan annexed the Northeast, forcing Northeastern University to close. Fortunately, the dozens trained by Lin and Liang moved south, becoming architectural elites, including Liu Jiping, future architectural history authority, and Zhang Bo, designer of the Great Hall of the People and Beijing Hotel.
After returning to Beiping, Lin Huiyin and Liang Sicheng lived at number 3 Beizanbu Hutong in the eastern city from winter 1930 to summer 1937, 6.5 years total.
This was Lin Huiyin's most energetic and creatively prolific period.
She balanced multiple roles: homemaker, poet, and salon hostess.
I'll introduce them one by one, starting with the homemaker role. Lin Huiyin had 2 children, daughter Liang Zibing, born 1929, named after Lian Qichao's Yin Bing Shi study, and son Lian Kongji, born 1932, honoring Northern Song architect Li Ji, symbolizing their dream to revive Chinese architecture. Beyond raising her children, as eldest sister in her husband's family and eldest sister in her own, she cared for younger siblings on both sides. Nieces and nephews often visited. Fortunately, their Sihuan at number 3 Beizanbu Hutong had over 40 rooms. Lin Huiyin set up 17 beds. Each bed was labeled and neatly arranged. During peak times, over a dozen relatives of all ages lived there. Lin Huiyin bustled about constantly, never idle. Yet, she maintained order. Household affairs ran smoothly, and family relationships were skillfully managed. Both families praised her unreservedly. Lin Huiyin wasn't a conservative, timid, traditional homemaker, but someone with vision and responsibility. For example, Liang Sicheng's cousin, Liang Si, a progressive student, organized anti-government protests against non-resistance policies and was blacklisted. Lin Huiyin disguised her and smuggled her out of Beiping. Liang Si later joined the Communist Party and became a renowned activist. Remarkably, amid this busyness, Lin Huiyin still wrote poetry during fragmented moments and tuberculosis treatments. Over 60 of Lin Huiyin's poems survive, with love-themed works receiving the most attention. Like in Still, your eyes gaze at me, speaking endlessly, yet I remain silent, a stillness forever guarding my soul. This is interpreted as gently rejecting Xu Zhimo's pursuit.
Another poem, Little Thought, depicts a woman seeing blossoms outside her window, recalling bold words shared with someone. All are brave words spoken that day, like a kite or magpie, suspended by a single thread, possibly for Jin Yuelin.
But poetry defies fixed interpretation. Forcing real-life prototypes onto literary works often leads to misunderstandings. For example, You Are the April of This World was originally written by Lian Wei for her son Lian Kongji, yet many insist the you, representing love, warmth, and hope, refers to Xu Zhimo. A 2000 TV drama starring Lin and Xu used this title, popularizing the poem, but spreading the misconception that Lin only wrote love poetry. In reality, Lin Huiyin's works showcase broad vision and profound artistic depth. Why is this? Her output was limited, yet earned literary acclaim, and gained high public recognition too. Let's explore this through the characteristics of Lin Huiyin's poetry. Her artistic achievements feature three key traits: diverse themes with moving sentiments. Lin Huiyin enjoyed celebrating natural landscapes and capturing life's details. The short poem Before Wisteria depicts quietly blooming courtyard flowers, fresh and lovely. Sitting Still portrays the poet by a window on a winter afternoon, sensing the sun's descent. Lotus Lamp compares the poet to a lotus with a lit candle core. Even drifting uncertainly, it illuminates the world's essence. The book's title, Lotus Lamp, comes from this poem. Lin also cared about people's hardships. Flicker describes a poor family without firewood in winter, unable to get hot water. Poems like Year's End lament ordinary lives in chaotic times. Small Building and Tea House express deep sympathy for the underprivileged. Second trait, elegant writing with musical rhythm. Regardless of theme, Lin's words flow beautifully, not through ornate phrases but mastery of rhythm and cadence. Take You Are the April of This World. 15 lines and 5 tercets create structural harmony. And yet line lengths vary and endings don't always rhyme. Combined with lyrical flow, combined with natural linguistic rhythms, it creates a dynamic cadence. Listen. You are the April of this world, laughter lighting the winds, dancing lightly in spring's glow. You are April's morning mist, dusk breathing soft breezes, stars blinking, rain sprinkling petals. You are trees bursting with blossoms, swallows murmuring on beams. You are love, warmth, hope. You are the April of this world.
Third trait, philosophical depth blending Eastern and Western traditions.
For example, who loves the ceaseless change, deeply cherishes the unending transformations. Its course brings sudden rain, paints skies with clouds, moon, stars, sunlight, all variations of its patterns. Through ever-changing natural phenomena, it expresses that the only constant in the universe is change itself, clearly influenced by Western philosophical poetry. Simultaneously, Lin Huiyin skillfully employed classic Chinese literary motifs like rosy clouds, moon, mist, and lotus flowers. This gave her poetry both innovative freshness and traditional hues, showcasing an East-West fusion. Lin also wrote essays and fiction, sparkingly but exquisitely, like the short story In 99 Degrees, with its fragmented plot and absent protagonist. When published in 1934, literature professors found it incomprehensible. Half a century later, when stream of consciousness flourished, poet-critic Bian Jilin reflected that In 99 Degrees was China's earliest proper work in this style. Lin's visionary brilliance is evident. Beyond writing, Lin thrived socially, hosting regular cultural salons at home. Salons originated in Europe and America, sweeping Chinese cultural circles in the 1920s to 30s. Biang had several: aesthetic scholar Zhu Guangqian's reading club, European history professor Chen Hengzhe's women's salon. But the most celebrated was Lin's Madame's Salon, as the name suggests, held at her Beizonbu Hutong residence. Every Monday brought cultural luminaries like Hu Shi, Fu Xinyan, and Shen Kongwen, also archaeologists, economists like Chen Daisun, political scholars, and other elites. Conversations spanned boundless topics, with Lin often as the focal point. Her erudition and quick wit delivered sharp analyses and unique perspectives on literature and current affairs. The salon also nurtured emerging talents. In April 1931, Lin read Bianzi Lin's poems in Xu Jimo's journal and invited him after admiring his work. Then, in his early 20s and introverted, Bian needed mentorship. Similarly, writer-translator Xiao Qian joined after Lin noticed his debut work. Both remained lifelong grateful to Lin. Late in life, Xiao Qian considered Lin the soul of the Jing school, active mid-1930s, mirroring Shanghai's high school, forming a unique landscape in modern Chinese literature. Jing school writers, including senior figures like Zhu Ziqing and Wen Yi Duo, mid-generation talents like Shen Kongwen and Fei Ming, and younger poets like Bian Jilin and Shao Qian, all frequented number one. 3 Beizonbu Hutong, forming a loose literary circle around salon hostess Lin Huiyin. From this perspective, Lin Huiyin was indeed the soul of the Jing school. Yet prominence invites criticism. Lin Huiyin's visible, outspoken style drew detractors, most notably Bing Xin's satirical attack. On September 27, 1933, Bing Xin serialized a novel in the literary supplement of Ta Kung Pao, Our Madame's Salon, depicted a certain madame hosting salons, inviting socialites to flatter her as a literary leader. She also had an affair with a certain poet, leading many to speculate the madame was a veiled jab at Lin Huiyin. The poet, described as thin with a prominent nose, was unmistakably Xu Jimo. Stronger evidence came at the story's end, when the poet points to the fireplace embers, telling the madame, "This flicker, this you, all of it is yet another poem." Flicker was Lin Huiyin's poem, also published in Ta Kung Pao's literary supplement. Bin Xing drew from real life, but objectively, the novel was in poor taste, especially exploiting Xu Jimo, who died 2 years prior and never attended Madame's salon. Disrespecting the dead understandably disgusted Lin Huiyin, leading to their estrangement. So why did Bing Xin satirize Lin Huiyin? The author analyzes that despite both receiving modern educations, their values diverged sharply. Bing Xin, with her simpler life, championed truth, goodness, and beauty. Her ideal woman was beautiful, gentle, and demure, a virtuous wife and mother. A woman like Lin Huiyin, who enjoyed the spotlight and navigated complex relationships, was deeply distasteful to Bing Xin, who portrayed her as a socialite. Yet Lin Huiyin was nothing like Bing Xin imagined. She didn't use socializing to cure boredom or fill voids. The salon was merely one stage where she shone. Beyond it, she had far broader arenas. Next time, I'll share the most vivid chapters of Lin Huiyin's life. Her dedication to preserving China's ancient architecture, how, amid the flames of war, her frail body sustained both family and career. After the PRC's founding, she contributed her talents and passion. All right, that concludes part 1 of The Lotus Lamp and Poetic Dreams, Lin Huiyin. Reading notes are below the audio. See you next time.